All right, good Wednesday morning. Not a great looking morning out there, is it? This is First Alert Chief Meteorologist Steve Beylon live in the First Alert Weather Center. Kind of gloomy out there, but we have seen some patchy sun in spots. Let's take you out to a live shot. We can take you out to Manitowoc. What do we say? We take you over towards the lakeshore, where it's been kind of damp this morning. It doesn't look like it's raining at the moment, however, but I can see the traffic there coming across the bridge. Temperature is 46 degrees. We've got a northwest wind at 14 miles an hour, dropping your wind chill to 40. Yeah, we're on the verge of talking about wind chills, right? And as that wind comes across the Manitowoc River, it's rippling the water just a little bit. So there's First Alert Viper Max. Most of the spotty showers that we have right now are just north and west of Oshkosh, especially Lake Poygan up towards New London, a little bit of some spotty rain and around Clintonville over towards the Kashina area. I expect some more scattered showers to be developing. We had some rain overnight, a lot of it pushed off Lake Michigan shoreline around sunrise, but some more showers will be developing and pivoting into northeast Wisconsin as the day wears on. So lots of clouds, couple spotty showers, and it's going to be a cool and breezy and kind of a clammy day. We're at 45 right here at the TV station. We'll be up to 47 at 10 o'clock, 49 your high around 1 o'clock this afternoon, and then the low to mid 40s as we head towards this evening. So we've got low pressure lumbering its way across the north end of Lake Michigan. You can see all the clouds and the rain that's associated with this weather maker. And some of this rain is lake enhanced, because we have cool Canadian air flowing over the milder waters of Lake Superior that helps to form this extra cloud cover and this rain. And with breezy northwest winds, I really don't expect our temperatures to climb very much. So here's First Alert Pinpoint Predictor with today's highs. Lots of highs in the upper 40s this afternoon, hitting 50 in Sturgeon Bay and in Sheboygan. Highs of 44 today in Pembine and in Lakewood. A lot of our high temperatures will be about 5 to 10 degrees cooler than average for this time of year. The clouds and that wind, northwest winds sustained around 10 to 20 miles an hour with higher gusts, will keep the temperatures on the cool side. So don't forget your jacket. Don't forget your umbrella if you're going to be going out and about today. So there's a lot of clouds on First Alert Pinpoint Predictor. Predictor might be overdoing the showers just a little bit, but you get the general gist. Some spotty light rain is possible through the afternoon. The windshield wipers might be going when people come home from work around 4, 5, 6 p.m., and then the showers will be around in spots as we go into tonight. Now, after 9 o'clock, look in north central Wisconsin. See where it says Rhinelander over there? See how that green turns to a little bit of pink and white? You know what? There might be, late tonight into this time tomorrow morning, a couple wet snowflakes in north central Wisconsin. I know, you're like, oh no, not snow. Well, don't worry, it's going to stay out of our area, and any snow that flies in Oneida and Vilas counties would probably melt as soon as it hits the warm ground. But I wanted to point that out just to kind of needle you a little bit. Well, you know what? Hey, listen, things will be changing in the weeks and months ahead. We all know what's down the line. All right, let's switch gears and talk about our next weather maker. After the showers and the breezy weather moves out, we're going to have a widespread frost or a hard freeze across east central Wisconsin. Not tonight, but tomorrow night, heading into early Friday morning. These are the Thursday night low temperatures. Widespread 20s across the north. The growing season's over in the Northwoods anyway. But across east central Wisconsin, lows in the low and mid 30s. These temperatures are taking a few feet off the ground, so right at the Earth's surface, where your garden is, where your grass is, you're probably going to get that candy coating of frost late tomorrow night. And so, if you've been keeping that garden alive this late in the season, we're just about ready to hit the end of the line. The growing season's going to come to an end tomorrow night in the Fox Valley. If you've got any cold-sensitive plants that you're trying to keep alive, you want to cover them up, or if you can bring them inside, that probably would be great. That is, depending on what it is. You may or may not be able to do that. But I suspect those cold-sensitive plants will be perishing early Friday morning, and it probably will be just as cold Friday night going into Saturday morning. In fact, let me show you those days here on our First Alert Super 7-day forecast. Today, tomorrow, kind of similar. Highs of 49 apiece, breezy, a lot of clouds. spotty showers. You might see a little more sun tomorrow, but in general, Thursday's looking partly sunny. And then we get that frost or freeze Thursday night into Friday morning. Friday looks pretty decent, mostly sunny, a high of 52 degrees. And then Friday night, it looks a little on the cool side for playoff high school football games. Our Operation Football Game of the Week Friday night, Fox Valley Lutheran at Luxembourg Casco. Don't forget the coats. Don't forget the blankets. You'll want those on your lap as you're sitting in the bleachers. Temperatures will be falling from the lower 40s down into the upper 30s. Skies will be mostly clear. Thankfully, the wind is going to be light, so I'm not looking for much of a wind chill factor Friday night, but it is going to be a bit nippy out there. And you know what? Quite frankly, we've had a pretty mild and dry several Friday nights during the regular season. So now it's playoff time. A little bit tougher weather to deal with, but hopefully the fans and the players are more battle-tested and ready to go. All right, so the weekend looks a little bit milder. We'll get our highs up into the mid and upper 50s. I put probably dry for Saturday. There is a non-zero chance of showers on Saturday. There's a disturbance that's going to come across the Midwest, and it's aloft in the atmosphere. The air is pretty dry, though, for the weekend, and so trying to get any organized rain is going to be difficult. Not impossible, but odds are it's going to be dry. So if you have tentative plans to take the family to the pumpkin patch or the corn maze on Saturday, it's probably going to be dry. I think you'll have some passing clouds, but some sunshine mixed in, especially in the afternoon. And temperatures will work their way out of the 40s and into the 50s, about 56 around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So mild and not overly windy. So it looks like Saturday's going to be a good day to get out and pick those pumpkins and get them ready for Halloween, which is next week. Can you believe that? In fact, here, before we show you this, let me go back to that because I can bring in the Halloween forecast. And I've been giving you First Alert updates ever since last Friday on what this forecast is looking like. I haven't made any wholesale changes to the Halloween forecast, just little tweaks. I think we're still on track, even though it's 9 days out. Mostly cloudy skies, a high of 55 during the day, and then in the evening, falling back to the upper 40s. A little bit breezy. The trees might be swaying a little bit. That might add a little bit of spookiness for those trick-or-treaters. But I think any showers will probably hold off until after trick-or-treating, perhaps into November 1st, which would be what, Saturday? Not this weekend, but next weekend. So again, 9 days out, a lot can change, right? We constantly pour through the latest information in the First Alert Weather Center and adjust the forecasts. And you know what? We do that not just on the TV side, but also on our First Alert Weather app. If you haven't tried it, you should give it a try. You know what you should do? If you're a parent and you really are into Halloween and you're watching that forecast because you want the forecast to go well for your kiddos, download our app and give it a whirl. And that Halloween forecast, let me see here. Now, so the Halloween forecast, let me see if it's actually in there yet, because it's probably on the verge of being in there, because it usually goes out about that 9th days. All right, so it has our forecast in there. Now, what's interesting is that on the app, it has a chance of morning showers, and then it has that 55 degrees. But I think that during the afternoon, it's probably going to be dry. But what I would recommend parents is that download our app and then follow that forecast as it goes from the bottom of the page up towards the top of the page. And we'll see how that forecast pans out. You know what? Things can change, but that's kind of how it looks right now. And that way, you and your family and your kids are prepared to have an awesome October 31st in trick-or-treating. All right, coming up on Action 2 News at noon, meteorologist Emily Mers is back in the house, and she's going to give you updates on what's happening with those showers and what's happening with that potential freeze for tomorrow night. And meteorologist Nolan Kane is over to my left. He just walked in, and I know he's clocking in so he can get paid for today, right? Yeah. It's nice to get paid, isn't it, right? And he's going to check out the latest forecast. He's actually doing our 4 o'clock newscast, so he's getting an early jump on things. All right, so there you have it. And behind me, wearing that orange outfit there is Kristen Allen. I don't think they can hear you, Kristen, but they see you waving.
Hi.
Kristen says good morning. She's been kind of keeping an eye on a few traffic things, and she's checking scripts for Action 2 News Mid-Morning. It's our 9 a.m. show, which starts in about 15 plus minutes. So if you can, join us there for some of the top news stories and another recap of your weather. All right, thanks for watching our First Alert live stream. Make it a wonderful Wednesday. Stay dry, stay warm, and you know what? We'll do this again tomorrow, and hopefully you can spend some more time with us. Take care.